Game Review Mondays. This is the inaugural first new game Monday review that I will be running in weeks come. I will do my best to start looking at some of the games that are immensely popular. And so for those in libraries or even for your own personal collection, I'm going to be selecting titles that are recently new. So for example, Pokemon Snap, which came out just at the end of April, as well as new play titles. So if you look back on my YouTube channel at youtube.com Chris Gaming Librarian, or at twitch.tv /Chris Gaming Librarian, you can see sort of my let's play / pseudo review of Mass Effect 1 as part of the Mass Effect Legendary Collection. So starting off today, we'll be looking at Pokemon Snap. Of course, I am Chris, your gaming librarian. So as we have on the screen, this is new Pokemon Snap, not to be confused with the 1999 title of a similar name just called Pokemon Snap. So if you're older like myself, you will remember being a small kid, very excited, and you had a bit of everything. So you had your Pokemon Red and Blue, you had Pikachu, so iconic and 64, with the blue backing with the Pikachu and the mic that you can speak into. In Pokemon Stadium, so that you almost had the complete set, but you wouldn't be complete without having Pokemon Snap. And so back in 1999, it was a bit of a revolutionary concept. Took the basic idea of an on rails game. So where you're sort of stuck in one place, and you're just following along a predetermined path, and instead of shooting things like you normally would on rail genre is common for being shooter games. Instead you're snapping photos or shooting photos of Pokemon as you go along. And so new Pokemon Snap falls into the same vein. And so in the review that I've written up, I will cover some of the pros as well as just my general overview of what I think of the game. As well, I'll be talking for those who are from the library background, as that is my background as well. I'll be talking about some program ideas that you can sort of explore using new Pokemon Snap as your basis. So playing new Pokemon Snap is like visiting an old friend. So it captures the essence of what made the original 1999 title a classic. So giving you the ability to explore the Pokemon world from an all new perspective. So you're not battling Pokemon anymore. You're not capturing Pokemon. You have none of that concern. All that you are doing in the moment is sort of my apologies. That you're doing in the moment is capturing Pokemon. All right, so Fade, thank you for checking in and giving me the heads up. I'm just gonna switch my default mic. All right, sorry for the delay on this one. All right, so hopefully that is better. So Fade, thank you for checking in on the stream. Hopefully that is coming in loud and clear without the echo. Sorry, these wonderful gaming headphones apparently defaulted to be the default mic. Anyways, so continuing along. So Pokemon Snap gives you something different to look at. And so instead of having to stress over capturing Pokemon and creating the perfect team, instead, all you're having to do is sit back, relax, and snap photos, or the best photos that you can, of Pokemon. So, having released at the end of April, new Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch is a single-player only game. Now, don't let that fool you. There are a number of activities that you can do in the library based around it. So, as a bit of a lead-up, a fun activity that you can do is sort of have the opportunity for teens or even kids to go around, have laminated Pokemon cutouts posted around the library, and whether they're using
just cheap to find digital cameras or other smart devices that you may have, encourage them to do a bit of a scavenger hunt and try to find a Pokemon and snap the best photos possible. If you have really awesome pages or other library staff with you, you can also encourage them to be rare or hidden Pokemon amongst the stacks. So, you know, a rare Mew sighting that will only pop out at a certain opportunity. As well, a common activity, and because it is single player, is the opportunity to just switch up the controller. That's the wonderful thing about the Switch is those Joy-Cons can pop off and you can hand them around to different people, allowing you to sort of switch controllers between rounds. And because it is so snappy and each round doesn't take more than about 3 or 4 minutes to get through, you can have a little bit of a challenge amongst an older audience that you may be running a program with to encourage them to sort of snap the best rated photo of a particular Pokemon or within a particular world. So just some library program ideas out there if you're thinking of bringing this game into your library and into your programming. Now, this game is incredibly fun. It offers 12 different regions, so there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And don't worry, your fan favorite Pokemon are easy to be found. So during this review, I'm going to explore some of the pros and cons of the title, as I said before, and then offer a brief glimpse. As you can see right now on the main screen, I have the game loaded up and ready to go, and so I will play one of the first worlds to give you an idea of how the game plays, some of the mechanics, and some of the neat features that are available. So going forward, I'm just going to load into the main menu screen. And so some of the pros of this game. So as you can tell from just the beginning sequence, none of this is pre-rendered, so this is in-game engine. And so the graphics and character models have been significantly updated, we would hope, from the 1999 title. So 22 years later, you can see a lot of effort put into this. For those who are Poke fans and have been playing Pokemon titles for a while on the Switch, you may notice some of the character models are familiar. That's because the same studio behind this game also did the 2018 title, if I'm not mistaken, of the release year, called Pokken Tournament, which was a fighting game in the same vein of Tekken and Street Fighter, except with Pokemon. So that game had a photo mode. They took photos. You had the opportunity to take photos of the limited Pokemon in that game, and Nintendo said, hey, that's absolutely fantastic, and we would love you to do a Pokemon Snap game. And so here we are 3 years later with new Pokemon Snap. It features Pokemon from all generations, so it does not feature all 890 something Pokemon that are in the Pokedex, but there are roughly over 200 Pokemon scattered throughout this game, each representing some of the best or fan favorite Pokemon found from across each of the 8 generations of Pokemon that there are now. And so that means that there's a little representation for everyone. There are also awesome online features. So if you go down into the lab function, some of the online features that exist within this game include the ability to look at other players' photos. Following the Pokeball cursor, if you look over here, because I am connected to the internet, these are some of the photos that other players have taken. Now, what's really fun is that you can go in to any of these photos. You can view a player's profile. You can report them if the photo is inappropriate. That's very hard to do in this game. And most importantly, you can offer sweet votes. And so as you can see, it updates their sweet vote count. So obviously everyone loves this photo in particular because it has 88,000 votes altogether. You can also place your rankings. So every time you go through a world and take photos, it'll rank you against the world. As well, if you have a lot of friends on your Switch online, it gives you the great opportunity to sort of rank yourself. So I admit I'm a bit rusty. I've totally been playing too much Mass Effect for my own good. But so right now I am in 7th amongst my friends. But as you can see, I've done pretty well with 400,000 points. And then, of course, as you go up, you can see more players. And of course, on my friends list, somebody has 2.5 million. So they've really been playing a lot of Pokemon Snap recently. Outside of that, you can also set up your own profile. So I love to go by Christoph. I have the cheesy pun of living my snappiest life. But you can also upload some of your favorite photos. You can add nice little captions. So you'll notice, the Magikarp smiling while eating the apple. I couldn't help but put the caption smile for the camera. So simple online functionality, but it's a great way to sort of motivate yourself to continue playing the game and going through different levels. Now, each of the regions has a different and unique feel to it, and what is different about this game, and something that I really enjoyed as I back out to it, is that instead of being limited to only a certain world with a handful of Pokemon, what they've cleverly done, and I will start with the base world, is you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner that there's research levels. And so what they've done instead with this game is, instead of just having one singular world with a handful of Pokemon, which is still the base mechanic, is that as you gain levels, so the more photos you take, the more points you get, the more levels you'll gain. With the more levels you gain, every time you return to that world, so when you go from level 1 to level 2, for example, suddenly the Pokemon that you had seen before are now starting to do different things. They're starting to do different actions and interact with you differently. Pokemon that were once shy and timid, all of a sudden they're starting to approach you. And by the time you hit level 3 or level 4, they're openly coming to welcome you as you load into the world. As well, you start to get some new Pokemon appearing, and these tend to be the rarer Pokemon within each of these gaming worlds. So I won't spoil anything, but it's definitely worth replaying and gaining levels as you go along, because if you really want to snap those awesome shots of legendary Pokemon, you're definitely going to want to be top level in each one. Most of the worlds are broken into a daytime and nighttime sequence, and of course day and night come with different Pokemon, and in some cases, like for instance in the park, during the day you'll see a Hoot in the tree, but owls sleep at night. So when you go back during the nighttime, suddenly all the daytime Pokemon are sleeping, but that Hoot is now wide awake with its big eyes and looking at you. So suddenly, whereas in the daytime you may not have been able to capture the best photo of Hoot, suddenly in the nighttime, when it's awake and moving around, now you can capture a better shot, get a better ranking. And then finally, you have the Illumina spot. So these are special areas that are opened up once you've gained a few levels, and they usually feature one highlighted Pokemon that encompasses that region. So again, no spoilers, but definitely worth opening the Illumina spot. And as I said, great opportunity to do library programs with and just pass control around. Even if you're not doing a library program at home with your family, this is a great family-oriented game. And even if it is single player, you have the opportunity to pass the controller around. And as I said, right near the very start of the stream, the playtime is just right on each of these levels. So lasting no longer than about 3 to 4 minutes. Sometimes the Illumina spot levels are a little bit longer. I found that makes the replayability more fun. So I'm not spending forever trying to grind for experience points or begrudging the fact that I've missed a shot or that it's going to take forever to end the level so that I can get back to the very start, snap a photo of a Pokemon that I missed. And so it's just the right amount of levels and just the right amount of time per level. Now, admittedly, there are some cons to this game, and so I'll just talk about some of them. And again, this is my own player bias playing the game. I did play the original a lot, as a kid. My friends growing up, we absolutely loved to play Pokemon Snap and print off our photos at the local video store. But I will admit, one of the cons of this game, or something that I found a bit disappointing, was unlike the original, well, you have a preset world full of Pokemon. In the original game, you had the opportunity, for example, the infamous lava level where you'd have a Charmeleon standing on the edge of the rock, and if you threw an apple at that Charmeleon, bumping it into the lava, suddenly it would erupt and you'd have a Charizard. And that was the only way to capture a photo of Charizard, was by seemingly putting that Charmeleon into a pit of lava and causing it to evolve. Whereas with this one, you don't sort of have that whimsical interaction, so you can't necessarily knock something or bump something with an apple or an illuminous cube and then cause them to evolve. That being said, you know, if there's a Charmander in a beginning level, later on as you go along and gain levels, you may find that suddenly there's a Charizard that's starting to appear, but it's not through that same, you know, sort of secret oopsie daisy I just did those moments that the original was so well known for. The in-game photo star ranking can be a bit tricky at times, especially when you're trying to get higher ranked photos. So when you're going into the game, you have the option of taking photos between 1 and 4 stars. So 1 is, you know, for example, taking a photo of a Pokemon that isn't facing you, whereas a 4-star photo may be an action shot. So it's a Pokemon shooting a flame out, or a Magikarp flopping out of the water just at the right time and the right moment. So it's a bit tricky to sort of figure that one out, and especially as you're trying to differentiate between 3 and 4 stars. And then there's a further ranking system within that, and so you have the opportunity within those 1 to 4 star ranks to gain different colored stars. So whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or diamond. And so again, as you get to that gold and diamond ranking, it's a bit hard to determine at times what is going to dictate what score. It can be and feel a bit overwhelming at times to try to capture a photo of every Pokemon. So as I said, this is, you know, both a pro and a con. While it may feel overwhelming and you go shoot at the end of the level because you missed a photo, what's wonderful about these levels is the fact that they are only 3 to 4 minutes. So, you know, you may have missed that score bunny on the first run, but you now know where that score bunny is going to show up. And so as you play through a second time, you can now make sure that you've taken photos of all the other Pokemon around you. Now you're only going to focus on that score bunny and get the perfect shot. And I will admit, as much as you can pass the Joy-Con around, it really would have been nice to see a multiplayer mode. But that being said, whether there was an online multiplayer mode or a split screen co-op experience, I imagine due to the technical limitations of the Switch, that it may have hit the frame rate a bit and caused it to chug and stutter along. Now, that being said, overall, I absolutely love the game. Between this and my Mass Effect streams, I feel like I've been on a bit of a nostalgic trip from my early childhood and teen years. But I honestly cannot recommend this game enough. Whether you're an individual looking to add this to your collection, or a library worker wanting to add this to a lending collection, this is absolutely great. Also, shout out to Empty Escape. Thank you for joining the chat, and Fade for sticking around and watching through. Now, with the last 10 minutes of this stream, what I'm going to do is just run us through one of the beginning levels of this game. So, Park in the daytime is the first level that you unlock. Admittedly, I am level 3, so you're going to see some of the little secrets that pop up when you are a higher level, and I'll work through some of the gameplay mechanics. Today I am playing on my Pro controller, so this does allow for a little more maneuverability. That being said, one of the cool mechanics about this game, whether you have a Pro controller or Joy-Cons, is that you can use the gyro controls. So instead of just using the joysticks, you can move the controller around and that moves the camera. Really neat trick, and something that I thought was a lot of fun. Okay, so let us get started. And so the game loads relatively fast, as you'll notice. It gives you some game advice as it goes along, showing you how to play the game and giving you tips for how to snap better photos. As you can see, my little Pichu and Groki are waiting for me to arrive. So once timid and shy, they are now ready for photo taking. To snap a photo, you just press A. You see the controls in the corner, so B allows you to throw an apple. No, it's not a pester ball anymore. So thankfully we are treating Pokemon a little bit better. X allows you to scan the area, tells you Pokemon names. If there's any special items nearby, it'll also highlight those. Well, oh, those sneaky Bidoof snuck away. We'll catch a photo of the Vivillon. Oh, there's my Score Bunny running around up to mischief. Got a photo of him just at the last second. And then last but not least, on our Y button, we have our Illumini Orb. So we'll do a scan because it's telling me that something is nearby.
Yep.
And of course we have some charged fruit. I wonder who could have done that. Wurmple will capture a quick photo of you. I do believe that was Nemolga that just passed by. Now, these crystal blooms, you want to be able to toss the Illumina Orb that, causing the Pokemon to show up. Sometimes it unveils a secret Pokemon. Other times it just makes them glow, but glowing Pokemon often result in higher scores. They're smiling, they're happy, they're enjoying themselves. Dodrio, you are up to mischief. Oh, and a Pidgeot. Great shot there. So awesome shot because you want them facing you and trying to be as forward facing as possible. Okay, so we have the option coming up to go an alternate route. So I will take this opportunity and we will go across the dam. Capture a photo of that Bidoof, looking as happy as ever. Oh, new photo. So you'll have noticed on that Heracross there was a little exclamation mark. That is a new Pokemon that I snapped a photo of. Never before seen. And so we'll just toss that Illumini Orb. See if I can get an apple out its way. And there we go. And off and away. Oh, if I knew it was going to fly towards me, I would have taken a snapshot of it. Magikarp because I have to as I go along. And so as you see, when you toss the apples, it's a great opportunity to get a good shot of them in action. And of course we have a sleeping Hoot up in the tree. If I were to come back through here at nighttime, it would be wide awake. So as you can see, it's on rails, so I can't control the course of what and where the car is going. What I can control though is where my camera's going. Any photographer out there can tell you your most ideal shot is going to be within the confines of this square, given the opportunity. And of course we have a wonderful field full of Pokemon. We have an Illumini opportunity, and that has illuminated all our Pokemon, so Comfy is getting close by. Sometimes you have to look a bit closer for the opportunity to see other crystals nearby to light up. A perfect shot. Oh, she turned just at the wrong moment. But it gives you great opportunities, and Bouffalant we will capture one last photo. And so as you can tell, that was about a 4-minute run through, so not entirely lengthy in process, but it gives you a great opportunity to sort of see the exposure to the game. The mechanics are really simple, so there's nothing too complicated to it. The one last control that I will mention is the ZL button, which allows you to zoom. So you zoom in, you take the shot with A, and then you can use B to throw the apple, Y to throw the luminous orb that causes the crystals to light up or Pokemon to just be radiant and happy. And then X to scan the environment to see what there is. Now, once you're done, you can see that I took 21 photos and the total amount of Pokemon that I have photographed is 13. Moving forward, you now have all these files, and so it gives you the opportunity to see all the Pokemon that you have. Now, the catch is you can only use one photo from each of these folders. So, say for example, if I took multiple photos of Wurmple, I can only use one. So you want to make sure that it's your best photo yet. But in the folders, it'll also show you new Pokemon that you may have caught. So not caught, but captured a photo of. It'll show you with a little exclamation mark up top. And then in no subject area, I didn't take a photo this time. But for example, things like taking photos of that charred apple or the Crystabloom will show up here. And so every time you capture a photo of a new element within the level, it'll document it. So we'll go through. So I only had one photo of Grookey. You'll notice up here I already have a pre-existing photo. And down here, this is a new photo. You'll notice that it only says that I have the choice of 1 star. So if it were a better quality photo, it may have shown 2, 3, or 4 stars shadowed out for a better shot. And I'm sure as I go through the other Pokemon, and we'll see examples of that. So Grookey will do. And so even if it is a 1 star, it is definitely still worth keeping and submitting to the professor, because regardless of whether you captured a photo of that Pokemon before, it's experience points. And you definitely want those to gain levels as you go along. Right, so not the best shots. So we'll use that one. Score Bunny, not the best shot. I'm not selling myself as a great photographer right now. I'll make it up when I get to Heracross, I feel like. But Amoga, for example, so great. So a fantastic example of a 4-star shot. Why? Factors to consider. I used the Illuminous Orb on the Crystabloom. So suddenly this was a Pokemon that wouldn't have shown up without my using the Crystabloom to draw it near. As well, it's glowing blue, which means that the Illuminous Orb has taken its effect, or Illumi Orb has taken effect. And so it's going to be very happy, excited, and makes for a better shot. Dodrio, a 2-star, so not a bad shot. Pidgeot may be a better shot because it was forward facing. No, it's only 1 star. Okay. Bidoof, 1 star as well. Now, Heracross, we may see a bit of variety. So, for example, we have a 1-star shot in the background because it's not facing me. Whereas the more forward-facing shots give me the opportunity to get a better photo of it. So for this one, I'm going to take the opportunity and get 2 stars if I can. Magikarp, we'll give it a good action shot for 2 stars. Vorgaz, I got a background shot of, so not the best one. Hoot was sleeping, so of course that will only be a 1 star. And then we will end with the Comfy. So, not the best shot, but a good area surrounding. And so once you are ready to go, if you want to change your mind and remove all the photos, you can just click the minus button and get rid of them all. Or what you can do is just go forward and press the plus button to show them all to the professor. Now it sort of is playing a bit of a lottery as he determines what photos get what score. So as you can see, your previous shot was a diamond 1 star.
Nice work.
For this one, not the best. Direction gained me more points. So you'll notice when it's highlighted in yellow, those are scores that have fared better than scores that you had before. Now, after this, you get to decide which shot you're going to keep. I want to keep the first photo that I had. It was a really enjoyable shot and a diamond shot nonetheless.
Nice work.
Okay, so I broke a new record. So gold star, slightly higher points. Why? Even if I got its back, probably because I got its full wingspan in its entirety. So I'll keep this one. This is a cool shot. Okay, score bunny.
Great timing.
Let's see how we did here. Yeah, not the best shot, and it's a bronze one. So I'm going to keep this diamond shot from earlier during the nighttime.
Nice work.
Wormpole. Okay, so not the best shot. Is silver compared to the diamond I had before. So I'll keep the original shot.
Perfect timing.
So a new record, gold star. So as you can tell, you would think with 200 points that there might be a slight differential and that I might get diamond. So it's a bit hard to tell. But as you play the game, you'll get used to different mechanics. And then it's just sort of a gamble between that gold and diamond status that you get on your 1 to 4 star rankings. Well, we'll keep that one because it's a good one.
Nice work.
Dodrio, awesome. I'm just getting all the best shots now.
Nice work.
And all these new scores. Okay, not the best, so I'll keep the old one that I had.
Perfect
Bidoof. This one is my all-time favorite photo that I have of a Bidoof just carrying a twig in its mouth. It's delightful, so of course I'm going to keep that one. Heracross, you were brand new. So new research to be found.
Great timing.
So you'll note there isn't a previous photo to base this off of. So this is a brand new score. And so I'll just keep the photo automatically. I don't have to choose in between one or the other.
Great timing.
Alright, so slightly better score. So we'll keep that one as my bronze 2 star. And so you'll notice in each of the photo frames.
Nice work.
And I can highlight this. Oh, it didn't show you, but there's typically 4 frames that come up. Once you fill in all 4 of those, it'll say congratulations and just give you acknowledgement that you managed to capture the perfect research photos for the 1, 2, 3, and 4 star rankings of that particular Pokemon.
Great timing.
So Sleeping Hoot Hoot, I actually got a better shot than when it was awake. So we'll stick with that one. Plus it's a cute photo of it sleeping.
Nice work.
So we'll keep this one instead. So that is it. And then going forward, it shows you all the points that you have gotten. So all in all, I got 8,000 points, so not the best. This is a rerun, and I was talking as I went along. But on average, if you do a pretty good run and capture all the photos of all the Pokemon, you'll usually score anywhere between 15 to 30,000 points. And so as you can see, I'm level 3, and I do believe it caps out at level 5. So I only need 62,000 points more to gain the next level and see what other Pokemon surprises happen along the way. Will I ever figure out who scorched those apples? I don't know. But if you want the chance to play this game, definitely worth checking out your local library, picking up your own copy, either physically or on the eShop. And in future, I can, if the audience wants. And so thank you, Fade, for the shout outs. I do try to be as informative as I can be. But if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to leave a message in the chat or on the YouTube channel as well. Also, if you follow along at my twitch.tv/Chris the Gaming Librarian channel, you will notice links to my Discord channel where I can more readily answer questions that you may have, whether it be on this game or any game that you can think of. I try to keep as up to date as I can. Fade, my apologies. I cannot produce any legendary Pokemon today, but once I start unlocking levels where I can find them, I will highlight it to you. I know in the park level, I do believe there is a Mew that can be spotted if you're very careful and deliberate with the Illumini orbs at night. So I'm going to try my best to find that Mew, and then once I do, I will be sure to stream it and reproduce those exact same scenarios. So thank you everyone for coming out tonight to watch the stream. It was greatly appreciated. And again, if you want to know more about gaming, don't hesitate to go to my Twitch channel, link up to the Discord, and tune in on Wednesday as I examine more information on introducing gaming to libraries. And so for this week, I will be covering the Xbox series of systems. So looking at the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, if you're looking at introducing a new gaming platform into your library, and highlighting the pros and the cons of Xbox. And if you want, last week I covered the Nintendo Switch, so that video is already uploaded if you want to check that out. Thank you, have a great night, and this is Chris the Gaming Librarian checking out. See ya.